don't think I'm worth the wait. No, I don't think you should get to know me.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Cracking the Code's YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making a username picker. You can typically see these in giveaways. It's a nice way to randomly choose something, and you can always tailor it to be something else. But for today's video, I'm going to be doing just the username randomizer. It's going to be very basic. There's nothing too advanced in this. It just incorporates lists, loops, and variables. That's all you need to know. So let's get started. So once again, what I like to do is solve the problem first before I code. I can do this on a piece of paper, or you can comment out the steps so you know what components you need. So, in order for my username randomizer to work, I need to ask the user for certain usernames. So, ask usernames, then I need to take those usernames and then store them. Lastly, what we need is that we needed to choose a username and print it. Now, those are three main steps. You can add more, you can make this more complicated, you can make it further advanced. I'm just showing you the very basic and the minimum of it. So, we need to ask the user for usernames, and the way you do that is with the input function. I recommend that you try to do this before you watch the tutorial. I think it's better to try to work it out in your brain first before you watch a tutorial, but if you're still confused, then you can continue watching this. So, input. I'm going to ask the user to enter a username. Okay. Now, I want to take this input statement and store it inside a variable so I can call on it later. I'm going to give it user. I'm just going to call it user. So now I've created a variable, and that variable is linked to this input function. So let's run and see what we have so far. Enter a username. Okay, great. Now for username randomizer, we needed to take multiple usernames, and there shouldn't be a set limit. There should be able to do as many as you can. So what we need for this is we need a while loop, and the loop needs to keep going until the user says to stop or to quit. The way we do this is that we use a while loop, and we say while true instead of giving it a condition. This is also called brute force because this loop will infinitely go on. So let me show you what I mean. It will just keep asking us to enter a username. Now, what we need to do is that we need to set a command so that the user will know. So when they enter it, it will stop taking in usernames, and then it will choose the username and print it. So, in order to do this, I want to think of a word that will signify to stop. So I'm going to use the word quit. So I'm going to use a condition. I'm going to say if user, and I'm saying user because this is the variable attached to this input statement. If user is equal to quit, mind you, I'm putting quotation marks around quit. I'm putting quotation marks around quit because it is a string. I'm going to say break. Now, if user is equal to quit, we want the loop to break. So let's run this, see what we have. Okay, I enter, I keep entering, and then I want to say quit. And the loop breaks. That's amazing. Now we need to let the user know that if they say quit, then the loop will break. So over here we will write type quit to stop. There you go. Now instead of that, it will say enter a username, type quit to stop. each time that the user enters a username, we need it to store somewhere. What is something that stores multiple items and it can be as long as you want? Lists, that's one of them, and it's very basic. So over here, but before this, we need to initialize a list. I'm going to call it user list. I'm going to attach that variable to an empty square bracket so that anything that is entered here will be appended to that list. The next command that we need to write is user list dot append user. So what it will do is that each time it will check the user. If the user isn't quit, then it will break. If it is not quit, then it will come here, it will take the answer and append it to this list. Therefore, each answer will be appended because this is a loop. Now, let's see what we have so far. Hello, Gira. And quit. Okay, that's great. I did all of this. Now, I should move this part under here. Now, what I needed to do is I needed to print the username that it has chosen after the person writes quit. So I'm going to do this out of the loop, so I'm not going to indent it here. I'm going to write print, and we're going to use random dot choices. As you can see, it's underlined because we haven't imported random. So I'm going to import random right here. So random dot choices, I'm going to put another bracket, and I'm going to write user list. So what it will do, it will randomly choose something in this user list and print it. So there's going to be no bias, there's nothing, it's just randomly choosing one. So let's run this. And I'm going to say quit. Great, it randomly chose a name. But this is kind of boring, it's just kind of just printing it out. I want to write a sentence and be like, this person is the winner. So I'm going to use the fprint function, which is formatted printing. Basically in this it makes everything much easier. You don't have to add plus signs and constant quotation marks. You can just kind of write your sentence, and then in the curly brackets you write your variables. So we are going to do the winner of the giveaway is, we're going to add some suspense here, and then in the curly bracket I'm going to add this random.choices user list. Now let's print it. We're going to type quit, and the winner of the giveaway is hello. Okay, so hello won the giveaway. Congratulations, hello. And what we have created is a basic randomizer. For me, I use this for usernames, but you can apply this technique to almost anything. You can use this in like games where the computer chooses a random number, that type of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give this a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and join the Coder family. And leave a comment, let me know what you guys like to see, because I love listening to your suggestions. And until then, continue to crack the code. Bye everyone.
And I may never see you again.